Hello, Sadiq here. Another quick tutorial for Affinity Photo. Now this will be very quick. Literally, how do you improve a basic JPEG that comes out your camera in 3 simple steps, and then a quick sharpening afterwards. Okay, so very simply, there's a photograph straight out the camera. Fine, looks okay, reasonable composition, good colors, but really we need to give it a bit more of a punch. So how do we do that? Well, 3 simple steps. On the right hand side, you've got your adjustment options. If you recall earlier on, I said I tend to use the option at the bottom here, but you can use that if you want to. It's the same, adjustment layers. So the 3 we're going to look at is white balance. I think the white balance in that photograph is fine. I don't want to change it, but let's say you wanted to make it a bit warmer, so you can just move it to the right. If you move it extreme, it becomes warm, or cold if it was a winter's day. So if you just want to warm it up a little bit, okay, that's all we need to do there, and click OK there. And then the second option is what we want to do is curves. Okay, now the curves option essentially allows you to look at the contrast and brightness and exposure all in one go, simply by moving this line or this curve. And this very simple way to do this is to create an S curve, and that helps to increase the bright areas and increase the dark areas to give you really a punchy, contrasty photograph that isn't flat. So if we just move this curve, click and drag to the left a little bit, and then the bottom of it, click and drag to the right a little bit, and you can fine tune it. You can see that S figure, and the more you do it, the more extreme it becomes. And again, you probably don't want it that extreme, but that's personal choice. So if we just say about there, so that to me, it's got a punchier image than previously. That's all we need to do. Click, and you can reset it if you want to, and just start again. Quite simple. Probably done that a little bit too much, so about there, and then click OK there. So we've got 2 adjustments there, and then the third one is the vibrance. Now the vibrance really is about the saturation of the colors. You can go extreme, you can desaturate it, or you can just nudge it up a little bit. I personally don't think it needs it, but you could do if you wanted to. But the vibrance here, it just helps to exaggerate the edges of an image. Okay, so click that, and then finally we do a filter, a sharpen filter, high pass filter, and we want to have a pixels of about 10. Click apply, change the blend modes to overlay, and that's it. Finally, all done. And just save it, file, export, and of course you save it in the normal way. Okay, I hope that's helpful.